Good morning, students. Welcome to the new session for the subject English. Today, I'm here with our next unit at the theatre. Students, you must have visited theatre sometime. Do you remember that experience? Our today's lesson is based on such a theatre experience. So, let's get started. Rules of etiquette are important for smooth social life. We expect people to behave in certain ways. If they do not, they hurt our feelings and cause us inconvenience or disturbance. We all live in a society, so action performed by one in one or the other way affects others. So, everyone should behave responsibly. Here are a few examples of annoying manners lacking in etiquette, because of which other people may get irritated or disturbed, or which may cause inconvenience to others. Talking very loudly in public places. Smoking in buses and trains. Spitting on roads and public places. Throwing garbage anywhere. Entering somebody's premises without permission. Interrupting when two persons are talking. Now let's see what happens at the theatre. The chief interest of a story or film lies in its element of suspense and mystery. And if the mystery or suspense is revealed to us beforehand, all its charm is spoiled. The revelation must come to us step by step as the story progresses. When there is the element of suspense or mystery, we are eagerly waiting for suspense to be revealed or mystery to be solved. And if it is done beforehand, that is in advance, then all its charm is spoiled. That means all the attractiveness or interest is lost. Some people who have seen a play or a movie earlier are in the habit of talking aloud while watching it again. They keep talking and telling what is going to happen next. Thus, they ruin the charm for all those who are sitting around watching for the first time. Some people who have seen a play or movie earlier, and if they lack etiquette, they have the habit of talking loudly while watching it again. They keep telling others what is going to happen next, and they don't even realize that because of them, others' interest is lost and it may irritate others. How many of you go to watch movies at the cinema? I think you all must be. Have you ever met people described in the above passage? If you are fortunate enough, you must not have come across such people. But what will you do if you find yourself in the same situation described in the above passage? Think about it. Sir Alan Patrick Herbert, usually known as A.P. Herbert, was an English novelist, playwright, poet, and author of more than 50 books. He was famous for his witty advocating of minority causes. In the poem, At the Theatre, to the Lady Behind Me, A.P. Herbert shares an annoying experience. He was sitting inside the theatre and enjoying a play. However, his excitement to enjoy the play was lost because of the lady sitting behind him. Now let's see how the poet has expressed this experience in the poem. Dear Madam, you have seen this play. I ever saw it till today. You know the details of the plot, but let me tell you, I do not. Though irritated, the poet tries to be calm and says, Dear Madam, you have seen this play. I ever saw it till today. If we see the literal meaning of this sentence, it is I always saw it till today. But the poet says this line sarcastically. He means exactly opposite to it, and he means to say that he has not seen this play so far. Plot means events in the story of a play. The poet tells the lady that she knows the events of the story and then makes it clear to her that he doesn't know, so that she may realize about the inconvenience that she is causing to the poet. The author seeks to keep from me the murderer's identity, and you are not a friend of his if you keep shouting who it is. The author seeks to keep from me the murderer's identity. The poet means that the author of the play doesn't want him to know the identity of the murderer and wants him to try to guess it. And you are not a friend of his if you keep shouting who it is. So the poet tells the lady that if she is shouting and revealing murderer's identity, she is not author's friend because she is doing something against his wish. Now students, what more the poet has to say to the lady, we will see in the next video. But before ending the session, let's identify the figures of speech from these two stanzas. Dear Madam, you have seen this play. I ever saw it till today. Students, you can see that both the lines end with the rhyming words play and today. So, the figure of speech is internal rhyme. Now, in the second line, you can see the words till today start with the same consonant sound. So, the figure of speech is alliteration. You know the details of the plot, but let me tell you, I do not. Here again, both the lines end with the rhyming words plot and not, so the figure of speech is internal rhyme. The author seeks to keep from me the murderer's identity. Here, the words me and murderer start with the same consonant sound, so the figure of speech is alliteration. And you are not a friend of his if you keep shouting who it is. Both the lines end with the rhyming words his and is, so the figure of speech is internal rhyme. And you are not a friend of his. Negation is used here to express a positive meaning. So, the figure of speech is lighter-tease. And the word you is repeated twice. So, the figure of speech is repetition. So, students, that was all for today. Now, rest of the poem we will see in the next video. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and don't forget, stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy.